Hello everybody, today I'm going to be sharing with you this Sylvania B3000 Mk2 street light. Now, so today's my birthday, and this was one of my main birthday presents. It is obviously a Sylvania B3000 Mk2. I believe this one is actually quite rare, according to Evan, in the way that the door is designed and what's made out of. But yes, so we will now lie this down because I just want to get the best angle. So I'm going to obviously show you around this light fixture and show you some of its stuff and something interesting with it. And in fact, we'll get to that straight away. This bulb is not the correct bulb for the fixture. This is a 250 watt mercury vapor light bulb, and as you'll see in a minute, that is the wrong bulb, because this fixture is designed or supposed to be used with a 150 watt high pressure sodium light bulb. But for some reason this does work fine, and I will definitely be getting the correct bulb for it. This bulb is made by Philips, and I believe it's dated 2009. So yeah, so to remove the cover or bowl, there is 3 of these clips, and you just kind of pull up on them like this, and then they will move out of the way like that. There's one here, and then there's one on the end, and I did make a slight modification here. You can see there's this bit of wire going across. There's supposed to be a screw with a washer going over the clip so that it hinges open, but that wasn't on the fixture, so I put this bit of wire here so that it hinges, but this clip comes off really easily. I need to fix that. But otherwise it would hinge open, so we're going to go ahead and open it up, and obviously the gasket falls out. This gasket is supposed to stay in the diffuser, but it doesn't. That's okay, we will just put that to the side. And here we have the kind of optics bit. It does need a bit of a clean, but this optics assembly is in really good shape. It is clean, there is no dirt or rust. Well, I mean, there's a little bit of dirt in it. No really bad dirt or rust or anything in here. This thing is, and it's not yellowed at all either, neither is this bowl. This street light, apart from the gear tray, is in really good shape. So we'll go ahead and take out this bowl, and I'll show it to you. I really like the size of 250 watt mercury vapor bulbs. Here we have the etch, it's in pretty good shape. I believe that 9H means 2009, made in China, HPL N250 watt. And if we can have a look in here, you can see the mercury vapor arc tube. Not very well, obviously. Yeah, here we have the starting resistor, which does look a little bit crispy, to be honest with you, probably because it's been used with an igniter. And yeah, it's the stem. This bulb doesn't have many hours on it, as you can see. It's not black at all, which is pretty nice, if I do say so myself. That is a very good condition bulb, despite being run on the wrong gear, and this dirt is really annoying me. You can see in our bottom here, we have a sticker. It's actually a stamp. It says diffused bulb SHP-150, because it's meant to have a 150 watt high pressure sodium bulb in it. Here we have our nice porcelain mogul socket. That's what the inside looks like. There is printing on this. I can't quite see what it says though. It just says some ratings. I will probably eventually take this out and turn it 90 degrees so that you can see that text. These do come out. It's got reflectors on each side to help reflect the light out onto the street, and they are glued in and they do come off, but they're not going to go back on, so I'm just not going to peel them off. Seems smart. Moving on to the gear tray, it is in not as good shape. It doesn't have its numbers anymore. I haven't had a close look to see if there's any resemblance of any numbers. I don't think there's any on this side. I could almost see a 0 there. It could just be that this one never got any numbers. There was something on there at some point, but I will be sure to get numbers for this. I'm going to get mailbox numbers. I'll show you the back in a minute in more detail, but first we'll open up the gear tray. Now to open up the gear tray, you just take out this little flathead screw, like so. obviously I'm very finicky with it. I like to put all the pieces of things into the cover like that. And then this, it's kind of hard to do with one hand. This, if it was on a pole, it would just swing open. If it was on a pole, it'd open to there. And if you see this bit of wire here, you just have to push that in, and then this will open up, revealing our ballast. Now, interestingly, they mount the ballast to the door in these fixtures. I would personally prefer if it was in the actual fixture itself, but this door is really easily removable. You just undo this cable, squeeze that spring off, and then it comes out, obviously, and you unplug that plug that goes to the socket there. Here we can see our 150 watt high pressure sodium choke. We have our lamp igniter, and we have our capacitor in there, which is dated 1979. So I feel like that could be when this is from. The choke also says 74 on it, so 1974. So it could be from 1974 or 1979, but Evan reckons it's from the late 80s. Still not sure on that. We will work it out, hopefully, maybe. There should be a stamp somewhere on here, but I can't see it. Now, when I first got it, the inside of this was disgusting. It was all like white slimy stuff, and there's actually a bit still in here. But yeah, this is where the photocell would go, and I have no idea what the deal is. What is that? It's disgusting. It feels all wet. I think that's just silicone. I've got no idea what the go is with this. I think there used to be a photocell socket on it, and it got removed for whatever reason. But I will be getting a new one, hopefully, for it. And I will also hopefully be cleaning up the inside of this a little bit. I think I'm going to get a drill brush attachment and just brush all this out. Yes. So, to close this up, we obviously just push it up here to get it right. And you just push this little thingy in again, and then it will close like that. And we can also obviously see here the Sylvania GTE logo. This is where the terminal block connects to, and these rivets are what the capacitor and ballast connects to. We can go ahead and screw our bulb back in. Okay. And we can, I'm not going to worry about that gasket, but we can go ahead and put this cover back on, like so. I'm not going to worry about this. Actually, no, I will worry about this screw. Actually, no, I'm not going to worry about the screw. So what I'm going to do now is we will power it on. I've already powered it on once. That's it. But we will power it on again. I'm going to wire up a plug to it, and we will power it on again. Okay, so this is how and where you wire it up with a plug. And I'm going to go ahead and close this up. I put the gasket in there just because I needed a place to keep it. Just go ahead, push this, and it will close if you get it, if I can get it aligned properly. There we go. Alright, and I'm actually going to put this screw on. And I'm going to go ahead and we'll turn it on. Okay, so it's all ready to go, and I've set the phone quite close to it. I would put my phone inside the thing, but I don't want to have to open up the cover again because I'm lazy. So we'll go ahead, and the switch is in the shed because, you know, we'll go ahead and turn it on here in 3, 2, 1. So as you can see, it is producing that very nice shade of mercury vapor pink, and if we get the right angle you can see the arc tube, you can see the blue of it in there, the ultraviolet light. But otherwise it produces a very nice deep pink. You can't really see it in the camera, and it doesn't flicker. That's just the camera making things again. In reality, it's just a very nice pink, and you can see the ultraviolet in there as well. So we'll go ahead and we'll skip, and we'll come back when it's at full brightness. Okay, so we're pretty much at full brightness now. If not, then we're pretty close. Obviously, in person it doesn't look green. It looks, well, I mean, it looks like mercury vapor. It looks like white with a hint of pink. And this 250 watt mercury vapor bulb is pretty much brand new. It barely has any hours on it. There's no blackening on it whatsoever. So, yeah, that's pretty good. By the way, the dimple actually doesn't have any coating on it, so that's why it looks a bit brighter. Obviously, it's broad daylight right now. I did actually run it up in the garage before, and I will put some footage of that. So the very first run up, if the plug reaches the power point, which it doesn't, so I'm going to move the light. It is a 250 watt fixture, and no, it's not. It has a 250 watt mercury vapor bulb in it, but it's meant to have a 150 watt high pressure sodium bulb in it. I will probably try and get one, but the person that we got this off said it still worked, so let's give it a go. Don't like those noises. I think that's the igniter. That's a very nice shade of pink though. I don't know if it shows up on video. That's either the igniter or the capacitor making those noises. I'm just hoping, I just thought of something. I'm just hoping that it doesn't melt the cover. There's always the possibility of that happening. So yeah, like I said, this is a Sylvania B3000. I do kind of wish it was mercury vapor, and I could convert it to 175 watt metal halide or mercury vapor. Hopefully we'll be getting involved for that ballast. There it is, just lighting up the roof. It's not very bright at the moment, and I honestly don't know if it's going to get very bright because that lamp is being quite underrun. I don't know, I forget the term right now. It produced a very nice shade of pink on startup. I'm not sure if it's getting any brighter. I think it is. And there is a slight hum to it as well, but it's not insanely loud, which is the way I like it. The bulb that's in it is a Philips 250 watt mercury vapor. And the choke that's in it is a ATCO 150 watt high pressure sodium. We're starting to get a little bit of flicker now. I don't know if that's coming up in the camera. I will kill this thing pretty, well, not kill it, I'll turn it off pretty soon though. I will have a look for a proper bulb for it. Which is annoying because HID lamps can get expensive if you don't have access to a wholesaler, which I don't. Trying to think of where else I could get a 150 watt high pressure sodium bulb. Okay, I'm actually going to power it down now. I believe this is full brightness. It's actually very bright. It looks very green on camera. It's actually a very nice white. I don't know how to show it. It's very nice white with a hint of pink. Okay, I'm going to power it off now. Very quick glow down because mercury vapor. And yeah. So yeah, that's the very first run-up and very first video of my new birthday present, my Sylvania B3000 Mk2. I'm probably going to see how easy it's going to be, that rhymed, to put it up on this pole. I'm thinking I've got that support up there. I'm thinking I might have to do another one or something. But yeah. So that is my Sylvania B3000. Thank you for watching, and that'll be it.